Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another plan with me inside my 7x9 planner, and let's get into it. I am not going to forget this time to flip back and show you what this last week looked like. Da 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 da, yes. So we actually have not gone back to school yet. Y'all know this by now, but I couldn't resist using the back to school kits that are in the shop and getting right into fall. Okay, I know that it's like 115 degrees everywhere right now, and even if it isn't 115 degrees, it feels like 115 degrees. So I'm trying to usher in the cooler weather. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Look, my nails are like, come on fall. My kits are saying, come on fall. I wore more fallish colors today. Like, I want fall to be here. I don't want cold temperatures. I want cooler temps. So we are going to be planning for August 28th through September 3rd. I pulled the October Lane kit. This was in our last release of kits that we did. I had done 4 Halloween kits, and then at the last minute saw this art and threw it in, and it is gorgeous. So here's the full boxes. There's your look at that bottom washi, your checklist, half and third boxes. You know the drill, like, right? Like, they're amazing colors. So let's get into it. I am very amped up and super excited, and also just a little bit stressed. I have been working on updating my planners today. Normally I do that on Saturdays. However, Saturday was it was a busy day. Do you ever have those times where you're just like, you can't ever seem to like get to the grocery store? We talked about this in my last video. That's where we were at, okay? So I most definitely, oh geez, what are we going to use? Oh, these boxes are all amazing. Okay, what have I, it's so hard to leave one of these out. Okay, we're gonna, I feel like we can leave this one out because we have this and then everything goes. Okay, that's what I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna leave this box out and stuff. So, you know, when you eat all the good food in your house and then you're like, oh, I don't quite have everything to make what I want, that kind of thing. Oh, age-old question. Pattern headers or glitter headers? And you know what, for this one, it's very, very busy. We're gonna go with the glitter headers. So, you know, all the good food is, you know, no longer in the house because everybody has ate it. And you have 0 time to go to the grocery store. That has been my life this last week. And I had to finally just be like, you know what? I woke up on Saturday and I was getting ready to go out and make me my normal breakfast. So I normally have eggs and bacon or eggs and ham. I have a very protein heavy breakfast every morning. And I do that to kind of help stave off hunger during the day. Lunch is always really, really hard for me. Always has been. I don't want to cook during the day. I want it to be easy. You get the drill. So having this heavy of a breakfast kind of, if I time it right and I do it right, I'm actually pretty good until dinner time. Maybe a small snack during the day, but overall not anything absolutely crazy. So I go out to cook me my breakfast and realize that the day before, pardon me, the day before, my husband had finished off the eggs. He had let me know that he had finished off the eggs. I knew that the eggs were finished off. However, we had been so busy on Friday that it didn't really register to me to go out and get some more eggs before they left for the weekend for Taekwondo stuff. So I go out into the kitchen, I'm presented with this, okay, well, I have no eggs and there is no milk, so nobody in this house can have breakfast today. Okay, So I throw in a couple of pieces of toast into the toaster. Couple pieces of toast. Wow. Couple pieces of bread into the toaster to make me some toast. There we go. Got it figured out. And everything. And proceed to go, okay, get everybody up, get the dogs out, this, that, and the other. I have to go run and do a mail drop. And then after the mail drop, I'm going to go get groceries because clearly we're hurting. And I have 0 time on Monday to go do it. Sunday is completely out of the question because not only do we have church, we have meetings after church. I have to get all this filming done, and we are going over to a friend's house for dinner. So this, she's from our church. She is a previous professional chef. And her kids don't like her cooking, but they're young kids. They're really young kids. And I don't know of any young children who like professional chefs cooking. My kids definitely did not. So yeah, so we're going over there to have dinner with her, and I'm really, really excited. Everybody in our church is like, you are going to be so spoiled. How amazing. So we're super excited to be able to go over to her house and get to know her and her husband better and sit and have adult conversation and have good food and all of that stuff. So Sunday is completely out of the question when it comes to getting any grocery shopping done. So it sounds like my kids are actually home. They went to go grab some lunch to kind of let me do what I needed to do. And the dogs are barking. Yay! So, and then on Monday, we are feeding some of our missionaries. So I have 0 time on Monday to get anything done, any grocery shopping done. So I was like, you know what? Let's go grocery shopping. Went grocery shopping, and I decided to put my earbuds in and listen to my book. Granted, I don't do that very often. It is not something that I grow comfortable in doing. I like to, in a sense, have my wits about me and know what is right around the corner. However, when I pulled into that parking lot, and I have been devouring books like crazy. So my speed, I'm so excited, you guys. Maybe this isn't a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to me. So I first started audiobooks about 2 years ago, really couldn't do it. And then a year ago, I really started to get into it. Well, I started at, normal speed and did that for a while. And I would interchange it with my podcast. And I think having the different types of people talking and, I want to do that one on Thursday. The different type of people talking allowed my brain to actually get adjusted to the different types of tempos and speeds and stuff like that. And it didn't take too long for me to go up to a 1.2 speed. And I've been on that for about a year. Well, recently I felt like it was going too slow, and maybe it was, or maybe it's just me being me and wondering, what the heck am I doing? This is just going 100 miles an hour type thing. So I recently updated my speed to 1.5, and I am flying through books right now, and I love it. Oh my goodness, do I love it. I'm getting through my book selection so fast. I wish there was not such a huge long waiting list for some of the books at my library. But clearly I am wanting to read what everybody else is wanting to read. Shucky darns. So, I'm really excited that I am at a 1.5 speed. I know people who listen to books on 3 times speed, and I'm like, whoa, I don't think I'm ever going to get there. but who knows? I just might, and that is kind of exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, can you imagine how fast you would get books done going at that speed? I'm just like, yes, please. This sounds amazing. So, I've been devouring books all week. And normally, like I said, I wouldn't put my earbuds in if, if I'm walking around the store, keep my wits about me, all that jazz. But I pulled into that parking lot and I saw how many people were there, and I was like, nope, not today. I'm putting these things in so I can actually get this thing done. And I did. I got the grocery shopping done. And then I rounded the corner, and there, standing right there, was the Halloween aisle. And our local grocery store, holy cow, it has an amazing Halloween aisle. I'm like, where did this come from? So that led me to spending way too much time in the Halloween aisle. Smelling all the candles, looking at all the decorations, looking at far too much of the Halloween candy. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. But I get home, we get the groceries unloaded, and I look at the clock, and my husband and son aren't going to be home for a little bit. Now, we have always had bunk beds. The kids have always shared a room. I should say the boys have always shared a room. And so we were like, hey, we want to, give you a room of your own. We have the space, to our oldest. And he was like, okay, like, what teenager is going to turn down a room to themselves, right? So we waited. Really, we watched the Amazon pricing for a while, because we were like, you know what, we're gonna work on getting a deal on this, and we did. So we ended up getting him a bed frame and a cooling mattress. And so I went ahead and I built that yesterday before he got home, and got the mattress out and went and bought new sheets for his bed, and got his bedroom all set up so that when he came home, that it was a surprise. And it was a surprise. He kind of figured something like this was happening, but he wasn't entirely sure, because he had seen some boxes come in and stuff. So he's now all super excited. But needless to say, it was a long day, followed by I needed to write my talk for church. So I was presented with this opportunity a couple of weeks ago to talk in my local congregation on a subject, and knowing that they kind of like rotate through the people there, I was like, yeah, I got to do this before, it hits busy season. And you guys ask me when I don't have the time, and I definitely have to say no. So we, oh yeah, let's go ahead and use these. So I think we're gonna do every other one. I think that's what we're gonna do with the doodle boxes. So I said yes and went to work on it. I sat and reflected for quite a bit on this talk, because it was a very, very broad topic, and I was like, where do I go with this? Because I could have gone so many different ways, but I didn't want to go all those ways and not be able to tie them in, right? Like I've written enough papers to know that you really do have to hone in what you are discussing and make it all make sense. So I had to sit and think on it for quite a while. It was quite a while. And so finally I kind of figured out which direction I was going to go. And Thursday, oh my gosh, I only worked half a day on Thursday. Thursday was insane. I never want Thursday again. I'm too old for Thursday's business. Thursday's business was doing as much work as I could do in like a 3-hour time span, which is absolutely bananas because a lot of it involved the horror box that was going live the next day. And you don't ever really want to be rushed during something like that. So I was like, man, this really sucks. Ended up having to leave the house at 1 that day, and leaving the house at 1 that day, and did not get home until close to 9 o'clock that night. And by the time like I actually got to sit down in my bed and take my shoes off, it was like close to 10. It was the most insane day I have had in a very, very long time. I was like, Thursday, you can not show your face again. It's all great. Nothing bad happened. It was just go, 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 go. So at my daughter's dance studio, she's there for 2 hours. I was like, you know what? That's a lot of time to be able to start hashing out and writing a talk. You know, I've got some time. I don't have anybody there that I really talk to. I can't see into her dance studio very well, and I'm not gonna like embarrass her that way by just standing and watching out the window, because that's also makes the other girls feel self-conscious, and I'm just not gonna do that to them. So I sat there, I took my laptop, I pulled it out, and I started typing, and nothing was flowing. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, so this is how we're gonna work it. Yeah. I was not exactly happy. I worked on that for over an hour, and I got maybe 300 words typed. It was not good. It was not good. So I finally closed my laptop, turned it off as the second class was getting ready to start. And at the same time as my daughter's second class is an adult ballet class. And my husband and I have talked about it a few different times. Like, should I join it? Should I not? Like, I'm going to be there anyways. You know, like, it would be a good workout, all that jazz. So the dance instructor who teaches that class came out to grab some of the portable bar stands, and I said, hey, you know, Miss Erin, do you have any room in your adult ballet class? And I was just thinking of asking her that, to be like, hey, I'll sign up and I'll start coming by next week. And she was like, yeah, sure. She's like, come on in. And I was like, she's like, you're fine. Your attire is just fine. I was in jeans, you guys. And I had bright yellow-green socks on with papayas on them. She was like, we take socks in here. It's great. It's great. I was like, okay. Like, I don't care. So there I did. I dropped into the ballet class, and while my daughter was doing dance, I danced as well. All because I couldn't do my talk because it wasn't flowing. Just wasn't flowing. And sometimes that's really how it is. It just does not flow. So, yeah. Needless to say, I was like, well, it's not going to get done on Friday because we have a ton of stuff to get done on Friday. It's going to end up having to happen on Saturday. So I already knew that Saturday I was going to have to get up and start doing everything. Well, Friday evening, I decided to jump in the bathtub. Okay, right there. Let me stop you right there. Okay, because clearly we all know now that something else happened. My ideas are not always the brightest ideas. I get it. Not the brightest one in the bunch. I totally understand it. I will not shy away from it. It is what it is. So I go to jump in the bathtub. step in, go to lift up my other foot. My foot that's in the bathtub slips, and I slam my leg with my knee against the side of our big jetted bathtub. And I'm like, oh, I'm sure I said expletives. I don't know. My eyes kind of crossed. It was actually pretty painful. And so now I have this gnarly bruise on my, like, going from my knee down to like the back of my knee. Yeah, it's not great. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of ugly. So yeah, it has not been that great of a day. So Saturday I knew that I was gonna have to get up early and do all this stuff. Granted, I get up early and I can't really move that much. Grocery shopping ensues. My husband comes home, and that's when I actually go downstairs and I start working on my talk. And you guys, let me tell you, I guess I just worked that great under a type crunch. I don't know what it is. I sat down at that computer and I had been thinking about how I was going to do this all stinking day long. I'm not kidding you. All day long. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And what the heck happens? I sit down, turn that computer on, and my husband is upstairs taking a nap because he just got back from Tulsa. And I typed out half of my talk. In fact, I typed out more than half of my talk in that hour and a half that he was sleeping. It just happened. It just flowed. I timed myself because they'd like it for it to be 7 to 10 minutes. So I timed it, and I was like right there at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I was like, cool, let's do this thing, right? Yeah, my husband and I go out to, he comes down, he listens to it. He's like, let's get you a little bit closer. And so I was like, cool, let me go ahead and do this. And then we go return the rental car. Okay. Get home from the rental car. Okay. This is like, all of this is super important, right? Get home from the rental car place. And I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. Let's go get some food. Let's go have a date. But let me go ahead and finish my talk. I'm at least 2/3 of the way through it. And let me make sure that I'm timed out correctly and everything. He's like, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. So I go back downstairs, and I think it took me maybe 30 minutes to type out the rest of my talk. Like, the words just came. They just flowed. If you're kind of wondering, I talked about pickle jars. Okay. Pickle jars. All right. And then he came down timed. He's like, let's get you closer to 10 minutes. So I expanded upon my opening, and the rest is kind of history, you guys. My talk ended up being closer to 15 minutes once I got up there. So, like I said, I'm a little amped up because all that adrenaline is coursing through me. And yeah, so October Lane is in the books. Hands down my favorite fall kit this year. Oh my goodness. I love this. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I'm actually going to go grab another washi sheet. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it for November. Anyways, I might grab another washi sheet, save these, and use this as the monthly kit header. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, you guys. That's all I have for you. That's it. Here it is. It's up in the shop. Go grab it. We got a la carte sheets. We got journaling kits. We've got B6 hybrid kits. So here we go. If you enjoyed my story today and you are already here, give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.